Chapter 07. Naturalistic Evolution. Naturalistic evolution is the scientific idea that everything in the universe, including life itself, developed through natural processes without any supernatural help. This concept has its roots in the 1800s, though scientists had been building toward these ideas for much longer. The most famous part of this theory is biological evolution through natural selection, which was first described by Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace in 1858. When it comes to explaining how the universe began, naturalistic evolution connects closely with the Big Bang theory. This theory was developed in the 1900s by scientists like Georges Lemaitre, Edwin Hubble, and George Gamow. The basic idea is that both the universe and life on Earth evolved according to natural laws that we can study and understand. This approach deliberately avoids supernatural explanations and instead focuses on physical laws and natural processes to explain how everything came to be. What naturalistic evolution explains? Naturalistic evolution tries to explain three main things: how the universe formed, how the Earth developed, and how life began and changed over time. All of these explanations rely only on natural processes that follow physical laws, without needing any supernatural intervention. The story begins with cosmic evolution. According to this view, the universe started about 13.8 billion years ago, with an event called the Big Bang. This was not an explosion in empty space, but rather the moment when space, time, matter, and energy all came into existence from an extremely hot and dense state. As time passed, the universe expanded and cooled down, allowing matter to come together in new ways. During the early stages of the universe, gravity and other physical forces helped matter clump together to form the first atoms. Over millions and billions of years, these atoms gathered into larger structures like stars and galaxies. Inside stars, nuclear reactions created heavier elements. And when some stars exploded as supernova, they scattered these elements throughout space. Eventually, some of this matter came together to form planets, including our Earth. Chemical evolution on Earth. Once Earth formed, chemical evolution began. The planet contained many different elements that had been created in stars and scattered by supernova. Through natural chemical reactions, simple molecules started combining to form more complex ones. Over long periods of time, these chemical processes led to the formation of organic molecules, which are the building blocks of life. This chemical evolution happened gradually, with simple compounds slowly becoming more complex through natural processes. The early Earth provided the right conditions for these reactions to take place, including the right temperature, pressure, and chemical environment. Eventually, these chemical processes produced molecules that were complex enough to be considered the precursors to life. Biological evolution and natural selection. The next step in naturalistic evolution is biological evolution, which explains how life began and then changed over time. According to this theory, life first appeared through a process called abiogenesis, where living organisms arose naturally from non-living matter. While scientists still study exactly how this happened, the idea is that natural chemical processes eventually created the first simple, single-celled organisms. Once life existed, it began to change through a process called natural selection. This mechanism, which Darwin and Wallace described, works in a straightforward way. In any group of living things, some individuals are better suited to their environment than others. These better adapted individuals are more likely to survive and have offspring, passing on their helpful traits to the next generation. Over many generations, these small advantages add up, leading to significant changes in species. Natural selection explains how all the different forms of life we see today developed from simpler ancestors. For millions of years, this process led to the incredible diversity of life on Earth. From tiny bacteria to complex plants and animals, including humans, the key insight is that all life shares common ancestors. The differences we see today developed gradually through natural processes. It's key principles of naturalistic evolution. Several important principles guide naturalistic evolution. First, it operates without any supernatural intervention. Everything happens according to natural laws and random events that we can study and understand. This means that scientists can make predictions and test their ideas through experiments and observations. Second, evolution is a gradual process. Changes happen slowly over long periods of time, with small modifications accumulating to create larger changes. This gradual nature means that evolution requires millions or billions of years to produce the complex results we see today. Third, all life shares common descent. This means that if we trace any two living things back far enough, we will find that they share a common ancestor. This principle helps explain why different species share similar features, and why genetic studies show relationships between seemingly different organisms. Finally, naturalistic evolution is based on evidence. Scientists support these ideas not because they seem reasonable, but because they are backed up by extensive research and observation from many different fields of science. Scientific evidence supporting the theory? The evidence for naturalistic evolution comes from many different areas of science. Astronomers have observed that the universe is expanding, which supports the Big Bang theory. They have also detected cosmic microwave background radiation, which is exactly what scientists would expect to find if the Big Bang really happened. The amounts of different elements in the universe also match what the theory predicts. In physics and chemistry, scientists have shown that the laws of nature can explain how matter and energy behave, and how simple molecules can combine to form complex ones. The fossil record provides clear evidence of how species have changed over time, showing gradual transitions from simpler to more complex forms of life. Genetic studies have revolutionized our understanding of evolution. By showing the relationships between different species at the molecular level, DNA evidence confirms that all life is related and helps scientists trace the evolutionary history of different organisms. Laboratory experiments have also demonstrated natural selection and mutation in action, showing that the mechanisms of evolution actually work. Conclusion: naturalistic evolution provides a comprehensive scientific explanation for how the universe and life developed through natural processes. Starting with the Big Bang theory and incorporating Darwin's insights about natural selection, it describes a universe that began 13.8 billion years ago, and gradually evolved into the complex world we see today. This theory is supported by evidence from astronomy, physics, chemistry, genetics, and paleontology. Rather than relying on supernatural explanations, it focuses on natural causes and mechanisms that scientists can study and test. Naturalistic evolution gives us a coherent framework for understanding our origins, emphasizing gradual change, common descent, and the power of natural laws. It remains the foundation of modern science's understanding of the universe and continues to guide research into the mysteries of cosmic and biological evolution. Next video. Chapter 08. Simulation Theory Explained. Thank you for watching. Hope you got a clear idea about naturalistic evolution. If so, please like, subscribe to watch more videos, and share with like minds.